there he is, Mr. Kevin Wilson. Now, Kev, like we were talking backstage, you've been on my old show. This is a whole new format. So
Okay.
even though I know stuff about you, we're friends.
Mhm.
Pretend that you don't even know me, my man.
All right. All right.
How's
Gotcha.
everything? How's everything been going, Kevin?
Everything's been going well, very well. I'm blessed.
Yeah, great to hear, man. Great to hear. And with this new format though that I'm doing now is the last genre that I was in, which of course, I'll still be doing true crime stuff from like the stuff from the area that I'm around from here and stuff like that. But it's just a lot of like negativity and like just it was just for me. That's why I wanted to go back to the Loomis show, and what the Loomis show was back in the day was like all about like it dealt like with addiction, it dealt with helping people out, it dealt with just being the best versions of ourselves though that we possibly could be. And it had a twist of the true crime in there and all that stuff too. And we talked movies, you're an actor, and all of that type of stuff. So for episode number 1, it's an honor to have you be the man to and thank you very much for doing this. Because your story just fits perfect with what I want, like how I want like the Loomis show to be.
Okay.
So let's first start off real quick. What's going on with you now? What do you got going on right now?
What I got going on right now is I just got back from Boca Raton, Florida. We were doing a play, my first theatrical, and I got great reviews. People didn't believe it was my first theater, and it's called From Brooklyn to Boca. It's a mob comedy. It's like Sopranos meet the Goldbergs, and that was for 10 days, and it went very well. And we're going to be in Pompano Beach in May, June. So that's where I'm at now. I just got something for a commercial with Harley Davidson. Hopefully that goes through. I already sent my agent sent the casting for that. So things are looking good. And
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Keep it moving forward. Yep.
I've been in a couple of films: Silent Partners, Brooklyn Ties, a pilot called Renegades, and I play Mickey the Silencer on a web series. So I'm doing well.
Good for you. Good for you.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. But nah, man. I mean, you keep that positive energy going. You just keep moving forward, and that's the beauty about like the stuff you're doing. You never know what projects are going to be jumping at you. It's probably compared to the old life how you used to live, though. With the addiction and all that type of stuff. This is night and day. I mean, you're this got to be. Tell the people out there once you get off of that bullshit and how much better is life?
Life is beautiful, man. I mean, you get up, you smell the air. You got things. You don't have to worry about where your next nickel and dime's coming from, your next high. Life is just beautiful, man. I mean, again, it gets stronger and stronger day by day by day. I mean, I got 31 years. 31 years I got. So
that's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible, my man. Congratulations on that.
Look what I got now. Look what I'm doing now. 30 years ago, if somebody would have said, where do you see yourself in 30 years? You think I would have said on stage performing? I say I'd be dead or in prison. That's what I would think. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, because that's a death, especially these days with all the bullshit that's out there now, the killing people, I even often say to myself, thank God I at least went through the era where like when it was a pill, it was actually that pill and it wasn't fentanyl or something like that garbage that's just dropping everyone. But yeah, it's sad though out there though. But let the folks know a little bit, man, where you're from and born and raised and a little bit about, your upbringing.
All right. Well, where do I start? I was born in Ozone Park, Queens, and that's where I lived. Well, no, because I moved to Ridgewood. It's also a part of Queens, but lived in Ozone Park most of my life, and those of you that know Ozone Park, it's mostly filled. It's by Howard Beach, and a lot of social clubs, a lot of nose breakers, if you know what I'm talking about. And I grew up with a lot of their sons, and when we were growing up, we wasn't exactly altar boys. So
Yeah.
I got into what I got into, and I turned to using drugs because you know how people say, some people, I got a flat tire, I got this, I want to get high. I got high because I loved it. Simple as that. So now I needed money to support our habits, the nice cars, the jewelry, the drugs, the girls, whatever, So I got involved in that. And when I was about 29 years old, I decided I didn't want to live that life no more. I want to live that life. So I came down to Florida. I came down to Florida to rehab.
Okay.
That's what I did. I came down to rehab, but I loved it. I stayed, and I got a beautiful life. Thank God.
Now, did you tell yourself, I want to get clean, or were you put in a situation?
Oh yeah, no. I wanted to get clean. I mean,
Okay.
And it took me a dozen outpatient programs, and I forget how many rehabs, But it's all up here. It's all up here. For me anyway, it's up here. Somebody
Well,
else.
that's how, listen, after you're done detoxing, I mean, like I used to always be like, once I'm done detoxing, I'll be fine. But then, your mind's going nuts.
Yeah.
And some people think you could just stop and you're fine. But I mean, you got to take a look into yourself and really work on yourself to get better. And you got to figure out, I'm very similar with you. A lot of people say it's because of trauma or this or that. I loved it. That's why I started.
I had trauma growing up myself. I mean, my father was an alcoholic, man. That's why I got on the streets. I was 14 years old, and I didn't want to hear my parents fighting in the middle of the night or cops showing up. So I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of here. And I go down by the schoolyards. I hang out in the schoolyards, and it's the older kids. I always hung out with guys that were 6, 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
And they were on they were out in the middle of the night doing what they were doing. Oscar swag. They were out getting swag. You know what swag is?
Yeah, absolutely.
And back then there was no cameras, there was nothing, So
yeah, you could do that.
You could do your thing in that, and then I started doing it. I liked it. I liked the quick cash. I liked having nice clothes. The Pumas, the Pro Kids. At my age, I was doing good. So.
But my thing though was when I was bringing up the trauma thing though, because I see a lot of psychologists be like, it all stems though from trauma. But my thing though is, I might have had some type of trauma though growing up, but I ended up I loved it. But then I got to a point though to where I just needed it to maintain though to be normal. And then it's they call it chasing the dragon. It's a dead end.
It gets to be a habit, man. It gets to be a habit. I mean, you do it every day. It just gets. It's not doing that for you, but it's just a habit,
That's it. And then you know what I mean. And I'm at the point though where like I can't even go to a party because I have to just get, what normally would get anyone out of their mind. It was just making me feel normal because your body physically needs that. And then after that, like I'm sure you could really, you have to do some work though. Like people think they can just walk away. That's it. And when I mean work, I don't mean working like just AA stuff like that. I mean work. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with positive people, not people who want to see you crash and burn. Because there's people out there that just want to see you crash and burn.
I got people right now that want to see me crash and burn. Believe me.
Oh, me too. I mean, that's all that they like. They're obsessed with me. And the funny thing about it is that these people that want to see that, first off, they'll never ever stop me. And second, meaning I'll never quit because they don't really know me because I'm not a quitter. And second off, I could just never imagine myself though being one of those people like, oh, I want to see him crash and burn. But here's the funny thing, Kevin. The joke is on them because we're taking up space in their head where that they have to go and try and do this and talk to this guy and this and that to try to bring you down. They're sick and all I could do is pray for them. That's what I realized. Instead of, it's be wild, even a few months back, wild, bitching back, whatever. But all I do is say a little prayer for them. Hope they don't get better, and that's that.
Yeah.
Because I just I can never imagine myself though just jumping on someone else's those shows and just being like, oh yeah, you're this, you're that, you're that. It's just I can't relate to it. But there's just a lot of people out there who are upset. They want to see people crash and burn, and people that I don't like. I want to see them still. I never wish. I want to see everyone succeed. I really do. Like I really do. And it just seems that in this dog eat dog world, um, people they'll try to do anything. They'll try to bring you down in any way, shape, or form. And
Mhm.
you know what though? I like it. I'm very grateful too, though, to a lot of people who did that though, because I really figured out who my true people were. And now that's why I'm back to just doing this show solo. And it'll always stay like that. I don't need anyone else. And that's the lesson that I learned. And you just got to follow your own path and just, it's hard to trust people, but if you could find a good three solid individuals that really, this at least for me, um, then you're on your way. Everything else is just noise because you know how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, people you see on Facebook saying, "Yeah, my best friend, this guy, your best friend, you just met the guy yesterday." You know what I mean? Like, so you really don't know until who your people are until they're tested,
Exactly.
and that's the whole journey. And I'm sure, I mean, you're very wise, and the situations that you're in now, I'm sure though you surround yourself though with good, solid people. But at the end of the day, you know, dummy. You know what I mean? You're no
Yeah.
dummy,
I mean,
and
I don't forget
for
where
real.
I don't forget where I come from either. And to get back with that, I wouldn't wish addiction on my worst enemy, man. I wouldn't.
No,
It's a terrible
no,
thing. Nobody wants to live like that. But you got to,
no, no, absolutely not, though. Absolutely not. And it's that's one thing. Do you regret it
what's that?
doing drugs?
Do I regret it?
Yeah,
Of course I regret it, but it made me who I am today. I mean, look where I am today. I'm like I say, I keep saying I'm blessed. I am, man. I'm lucky to be here talking
yeah,
to you right now. And of course, a lot of times I should have checked out. You know, when my time comes, I'm going to ask my guardian angel, why? Why'd you keep me around? Is it to
yeah.
talk to you? Maybe help one person? Who knows? But
No, I get it. I get it completely, man. And I brought this up many times. Like my father, who God will and thank God is still here, always says to me, I'm half his age, and he's like, "You've been the double more of the wakes and funerals I've been to, and I always am, and I've done the same stuff that my friends done who passed away, and it's like,
right,
why am I here?
right,
Why?
right.
But and I get survivor's guilt and stuff like that. But hey, you know what? It's a blessing. I know though that I'm here and I'm just going to utilize though the time as best as possible,
Mhm.
you know, and then, and with the people though that we lose, I would always go, oh, I need the drug. It was all about me. I need the drug. And no, I'm going to honor them and try to be the best version of myself to move forward.
Exactly,
And that's what keeps me going,
exactly. I mean,
you know, even, even though they passed maybe from that disease, though they're my guardian though angels that I look to, and and I know that they wouldn't want me though doing that type of
no, I
stuff.
don't wish it on my worst enemy. Trust me, but um, I'm just. I don't want to call myself lucky. I mean, I'm just. I love life is beautiful, man. You just got to live it. You got to live it. And if you're gonna keep doing that crap. You're not gonna have a happy life. Simple as that. It gets worse and worse as days go by.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. So, okay, so then you go down to this rehab in Florida,
Mhm.
and so once though you get yourself cleaned up, uh, where do you go from there?
Well, when I say I went to rehab in Florida, I didn't go to an actual rehab. I just came to Florida
Okay, to get
to
away.
to get away and rehab. And each day, my son was only 1 years old, and I wanted to be there for him. I didn't want like my father did. My father was never around, So I came down here and I had a trade, and it was hard. I worked every day. I wanted to skedaddle back to New York because I was like, man, I don't get along with nobody down here. Whatever. It's boring. But, you're used to that hustle and bustle, and but I got to, I got to adapt to it, and as the days went by, each day, each week, each year, got stronger and stronger and stronger. And now, I can be like this bottle of water, somebody drinking or drugging, don't affect me,
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna preach to nobody either,
I don't. Yeah.
If you want to ask me, I'll be glad to tell you, but I'm not gonna preach to you. When you're ready, you're ready. You don't want it. If you're gonna be one of these guys that I'll go to rehab. Why they're in rehab? They're saying, well, as soon as I get out of here, I'm getting high. That's what they're saying up here because they don't want it. You know what I mean? You gotta want it.
Yeah, and you got to change almost everything. Start over, like from people think they could just get a rehab and just start doing what they were doing.
Yeah, people think I'm going to go to rehab. I'm going to be cured. Don't work like that.
No, you got to you got to restart everything.
Don't work like that. Don't work
from
like that.
The people that you talk to just your whole mindset, your whole outlook. You got to take a deep look into yourself, all that stuff, and then eventually, you get to where you're at 31 years, my man. That's incredible.
Like you said, we're talking about trauma. I mean, I had trauma growing up, but that's not the reason I got high. I got high because I enjoyed it. I liked it. I didn't need an excuse. So I don't know about the trauma thing, Maybe for some people, yeah, but for me, I just enjoyed it.
Or maybe but it made you feel whole, though, right?
What do you mean? Oh.
Like a whole lot of people say, like, once they found like that drug that they liked, it just made them feel whole. Like
yeah.
It was, it wasn't that, it wasn't the solution to their problem, though, but they thought it was, though, at first, and it made them feel better, though. So
yeah,
I always think like, well, I didn't really have like trauma or anything like that, but then I'm like, did I? But because I'm like you, I'm like, I just really loved it, and then I just, I didn't know when to stop, and
I mean,
I was DUIs later, arrests later, almost losing my leg, the 4 surgeries later. It's enough is enough, and I just keep moving forward no matter what. And blessed, it just feels great not to wake up sick and not having to wait and worry about.
Wake up sick, worry about what did I do last night, where did I park my car, how did I get home, did I hurt anybody driving home, crap like that. But like I said, I woke up in the morning, good or bad day, I knew I was getting high later on in the day. So that was me.
Yeah. No, well, 100%. Like, in your mind, and once your mind, when you're living that, says like you're getting high, like you're going to get high. There's nothing stopping you.
It just gets to be a habit because you're getting high, but you're not getting high. You're just doing it to maintain, I guess.
So what would be, if anyone out there is watching this, though, like, like solid, though, like, what would be a good advice you'd have for anyone that wants to get clean, wants to get sober? You got anything for him?
Well, like I said, for me, you got to want it. You don't got, you can't think like, you know what, I'm going to go to an outpatient program. I'm going to go to rehab and I'm going to be cured. No, you got to work the program. You get they say a higher power. Yeah, I do got a higher power. The guy upstairs has pulled me out of so many things, man. So get a higher power, and you got to want it. You got to want to be clean. It's tough. It's a tough battle, man. It's a tough road, especially those first few weeks and months. I mean, I know guys. They're good a year and a half, and they relapse, man.
Yeah, that first year is the toughest. I mean, after once you can get through that year, though, and but then people hear year and they're like, oh my god, like a year. But I'm telling you, though, time flies, and we just got. For me, I just was like, stay. I don't, they say one day at a time. I just stay 1 minute at a time. I try to stay in the present. Don't look too far ahead. Don't look in the past. Just stay in the present, and that's what helps me out. I'd always kept up. I'd have 1 foot forward, 1 foot backwards, always.
Yep.
And then when I finally was able to center myself, oh, and I'm still a flawed human being. I work on my temper. I mean, I still have bad, traits and stuff. I mean, we're all flawed, but
Yeah.
but I had to get tools though to get away though from all of that type of stuff though. And 31 years for you, man. That is unbelievable though. So congratulations though
Thank you.
on that. And you're still down there. So then you just stayed in Florida then.
Oh yeah, I love it. Love it.
You never left.
Never left that, and I got a house.
Yeah.
Grandkids, kids. So, but to get back to people, I think people give up on themselves doing drugs. They're gonna think they're never gonna have nothing, man. I'm never gonna have money. I'm never gonna have nothing. This is my life. Getting high. It's not true.
No.
I mean, I'm a perfect example, man. It's not true. Look at me. Who thought I'd be acting? Like I said, who thought I'd be doing that? Man,
Well, it sucks your confidence and your soul right out of you while you're doing it, though. But I mean,
see that? Get autographs from people. Look at that.
Nice, good for you.
This was the old days. I'd be looking to pawn this to get some money to get high.
Right, and then look at the turnaround. I mean,
yeah.
that's a beautiful thing right there, my man. And it's what the acting now. So now you get clean down there in Florida. Was acting always something that was like in like the back of your mind? I mean, everyone, I think maybe when they watch a movie or like, oh, I never.
Never. I mean, never thought about it. Just I mean, I got approached to some guy says, man, you got a cool look about yourself. You look like a biker or a mobster. You ever done any acting? I thought the guy was whatever. And I'm like, he goes, no, really. And he says, you know what a monologue is? And I'm like, what's a monologue? And he told me what it is. And he says, I'll send you something on my phone. You do it. I did it. I sent it to him. He got me into one film. And then I hooked up with one of my cousins down here who was in the industry. And he set me up with, they call them headshots, pitches. Yeah. Headshots. He set me up with an acting coach, an agent. Now I got 2 agents and an acting coach. But anyway, he set me up with headshots. And with the headshots, I will put them out into the IMF magazines and Filming Florida and all that. And producers will call me and they say the same thing, man. You got a cool look about yourself. You look like a gangster or biker or whatever. And that's basically the parts I get. So, I mean, like I said,
you got the biker Paulie Walnuts look going with the
yeah. And you know what? I had it even grayer, but they made me dye my hair for a part. They made me dye my hair black, and I hated it. And I said, never again am I dyeing my hair because I like my gray hair, man. I like my
Tony Sirico. Yeah, great
actor. Says, I'm not doing that no more. But to get back to the acting, like I said, my cousin got me going. It's just one door opens. You think I'd be doing this if I was getting high every 5 minutes?
You ever notice though, Kev, did you ever notice back when we were getting high, every day was the same, but once we stop, every day's a new adventure.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's like unbelievable.
Like Mr. Magoo. Yeah.
Every day there's a new one. It really is. You never know what and there's endless possibilities. You don't know what's game. Like I just believe like when you're living right, I just believe in that karma bank. And that's what I try doing. And that's why with this new format that we're doing here, though, trying to help others and all that. It's just that's what helps me. When I'm no guru, I'm no know-it-all, when it comes to that stuff. But by me talking about it, it just helps me. And then if that gets recycled to someone else and helps them, then that's what keeps me, though. That's my fuel that keeps me going,
Me too. I mean, if I can help just one person, I'm a happy camper. My job. Yeah. So, and through this acting, and I got my Facebook page and stuff. People, they all know I had an addiction and stuff. And they message me, hey, I know you had a problem. What about this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll do the best I can to tell them, hey man, your life's not over. You could start today, you could start tomorrow. Just say no, man. Do the Nancy Reagan thing. Just say no.
Yeah, just say no. I wish it was that. I wish it was that easy,
Yeah.
But because a lot of people are struggling, they're hurting. But I will tell you this: depending on what you're on, if you want to get it, definitely though go into at least a detox treatment though type. Just your little head start.
Yeah, just
Get away from the world for a little bit, and then make a plan while you're in there.
You're gonna go to some of these places and they're gonna I got no room. We don't have room. You don't have the insurance, whatever. There's places out there, man. There's places out there.
Oh, at 100%, and you don't need insurance to get in or anything.
I mean, all you gotta do is say the magic word, and they're gonna what they call a beggar act you 1, 2, 3 anyway. So if you really want it, there's ways of getting help out there. Even though let's say you don't have insurance, or they say we're full, there's a waiting list. Pop, 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 boop, pop, beep, pop, boop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? So,
but if you see what and you know what it is, Kev. What I used to be like, I want to get high. I put that energy into, well, I want to get better. So waiting list, okay. Well, then I'm going to check with this and check, this dope dealer, he's all out. Well, I'm going to check with the other one. Mm-hmm. So you need that mentality, if you really want to get better. Use the mentality that you had and the drive to get high for getting better.
I
think, know what I'm saying?
I think addicts are the smartest mother effers out there. They could run cities if they just put their mind to it. The way they finagle money, get money, work things out, and do this, rob from Peter to pay Paul. They're the smartest there is. If they just put that, like you said, that energy and getting high, just put that and doing something positive.
Yes.
You would have it all, man. You have it all.
And I'm talking to a veteran, 31 years. So, unbelievable. I mean, look at coming from where you came from, Kev, and doing what you're doing now. You're acting in plays. Let's get back to somebody acting. What's some of the good old movies? What are some of your favorite films? Let's talk about some film.
What that I was in, or do I like on TV?
That you just liked, growing up, or even just any good movies. Like what some good films you like? I
grew up with the Wise Guys, Nose Breakers, around that area. So I like The Pope of Greenwich Village. I don't know if you've seen that.
Mickey Rourke and Eric Roberts. Yeah.
That was good. I like The Pope of Greenwich Village.
Fantastic. You ever see Sleepers? I think we talked.
Is that the one where they're altar boys? They were altar boys.
They're altar boys, and then they have to go to the But if no one's seen Sleepers out there, it's in Hell's Kitchen, and De Niro's the priest in it and stuff. That movie's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Fantastic movie though. So you always don't like the Untouchables, the Wise Guy type movies growing up?
Yeah, that's all I watched. I mean, I like The Bronx Tale. Bronx Tale was a good one.
A lot of great messages in there too. It's a great
Bronx Tale. Goodfellas was good. I like Goodfellas.
Some more with the monster.
I guess
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, before I went to the dark side, let's see, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah.
The Wizard of Oz,
Yeah, we all went through that.
Watching the Wooden Soldiers. I'm really showing my age now. Yeah.
But you know what? Everyone talks like Bronx Tale. I mean, there's some other little older ones. I love though. What is it called? I just saw it. Did you ever see Crazy Joe?
Oh, Joe Gallo. Yeah.
That movie. That's not
Frankenstein. The guy that played Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And then what's his name who played Valachi? Oh my God, I can't even.
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson. Valachi. Yeah, I enjoyed that one though a lot. There's a lot of those older ones too, classics that I loved. Even all the way back to Public Enemies, you know what I mean? Not Johnny Depp Public Enemies. I'm talking.
I know what you're talking about.
the guy's name.
James Cagney. Not
James
James.
Cagney. Yeah, James
Was it
Cagney.
Cagney? No.
Yeah, it was James Cagney.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's James Cagney. And then there's obviously though the other Public Enemies with Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
where he's Dillinger. And
Yeah.
then there's another there's Dillinger, the movie, another older movie, I like older cinema a lot though too,
I like older movies too, man.
Yeah.
I'll sit at night and I watch friggin' the old Hawaii Five-O's and Ironside and
Nice.
shit like that. The old ones. Mission Impossible.
Yeah. All the way back and like AMC, like I remember like their Turner Classics I used to love watching. I love watching all, I like everything and everything, a little bit of everything. When you mentioned Bronx Tale, yeah, it's a gangster mobster flick, but at the same time too, there's just so many good messages in that movie. That's like an ultimate, like, saddest thing in life is wasted talent, and there's so much good. The working man's a sucker, they say, but no, the working man though to wake up every day at 8 a.m. and actually provide. I mean, he is. That's
I
a true.
remember that scene
tough guy.
when he's in the bar yelling at his kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him outside.
And I mean, how couldn't kids know back then be enticed seeing that? You're a little kid and you're seeing all the money. I mean, you can't blame these guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame you.
Perfect example,
I don't blame you.
Jewelry, the clothes. I had hand-me-downs from my brother. And I was taller than my brother, so I always had the high water pants and the shit, So if you want
so many people, like they didn't even have a chance. I mean, like I'm just imagining, like, because where I grew up, there's mob, but it wasn't though like that. Like the mob here didn't shit where they traveled out to New York and Philly and dealt with their business out there. And there were some businesses here and they weren't recruiting people here. There were people, don't get me wrong, that committed a lot of crimes around here. And, like Hugo Zielinski, who I knew from over at the saloon. If you look up that name, he's notorious. That guy, he escaped from prison. He buried a bunch of bodies. Was that
the Iceman? The Iceman, right? Zielinski?
No, Hugo Zielinski. He's from where I'm from, and he's in prison. And what this guy though would do is he would actually though kill people. He was almost like vigilante style. There's like pharmacists that were selling drugs to little kids, so he tied them up and he killed both of them allegedly, and then buried them. And where my old place was up in the mountain, he lived right up by there, and he escaped from prison. And the one guy was taking too long. He kicked him out the window. The guy is paralyzed to this day. He left. And he left to just, I guess, move evidence, and then he turned himself back in. I don't know why he would do it, but because he's looking at life, and now he's in there for life. But if anyone's watching Hugo, Hugo Zielinski, Selenski, look up that guy. Crazy. George Banks, the serial killer, he lived one block up, killed 13 people. So I mean, there's but mafia, recruiting around here. No, where you're coming from. It's like, you can't blame these kids. And you chose, though, to hang around, though. You wanted to be, though, with the wise guys.
I mean, that's all the friends I had, No,
I'm not putting you down.
That's all I had. That's why I hung around with. I mean, you go down the whole block they're all connected, So you grow up in it, And I'm Irish.
Yeah.
You know what? Because they knew how my family life was. They were like, come on and eat, stay with us, eat, the family. I'd be with them all the time. It's like they took me in,
Silly, and it's but there were Irish also though involved. It's just that you just couldn't be made, obviously. Like Jimmy Burke, Goodfellas, another Irishman, the Westies. They teamed up though with the Mayo.
Jimmy Coonan, they were talking about.
Center.
Yeah, they were actually talking about. Doing a thing from Jimmy Coonan from the 70s, instead of 70s, and they wanted me to play it maybe. So, but that was months ago. They mentioned something like that. So we'll see.
But good for that'd be getting into that character and all that, and you definitely got the look though. For the second I saw you, I was like,
my age even says it, man. I'm going to be stereotyped. Like, it's only a few roles you could probably get, and so.
Yeah, but you know what though? I was watching something though where one actor was complaining to Bryan Cranston, who played Heisenberg in Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
The guy from The Office is like, I'm always going to be remembered as this. Dwight, I forget the actor's name.
Right,
He's asking Bryan Cranston. He goes, "Does it bother you though that you're going to be always remembered as Heisenberg?" And Bryan Cranston goes, "I love it. How many people have that opportunity?"
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
It's like now I'm showing you my memorabilia. I've been in the play. I was called Mikey the Bat.
I saw some pictures with the bat.
So here's my bat. I just had it. I just had it put in the case with my playbill. I had everybody sign it.
Oh, that's awesome. Could you bring that? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
You see the Jewish star because you're going to have to see the play to see what that's about. But there's my bat. I played Mikey the Bat. And my cup. I had the whole cast sign it. I'm proud of these things. But why am I proud of these things?
Yeah, you should be.
Because I've got 31 years going on 32, right? 32.
Yeah.
It's October 32. I'm blessed to be here doing something that I'm starting to enjoy,
Yeah. I mean, that's unbelievable, though. And let me ask you this, though. What do you like better, though? Acting, though, in front of the camera or doing the plays?
I got to tell you, man, there was a couple of guys that I know that they're probably going to see this and they're going to hear me say this. They turned down the part. And I'm saying, I know why they turned down that part. Because they didn't think they can remember the lines on the stage. Because film's different. You can screw up.
Cut,
do it all. You're on stage. There's no fuck ups.
That's
it. It's you. So I'm proud of myself. Everybody even said, man, you did great. Everybody's surprised. It's my first time on the stage.
And a lot of the greats started out though on the stage. Like Pacino started out though, like doing like the Broadway on the stage. Listen, if you could do that, Anthony Hopkins, all of those type of guys, that's where they started out. Then you get behind a camera. I mean, cut.
I started out the other way. I started out with being on the camera and then going to stage. But
but the fact though that you're doing that though is, I mean, that's I'm a musician, right? So I mean, all like a good analogy would be like that. Like I don't know, just playing like live as opposed to recording though like an album. You know what I mean? Because when you record an album, you're just in the studio. There's not people there. When you're playing live, you can't hit a wrong note or whatever. Just like with the play. And I always respected people like who do plays. I mean, that is because a lot of times people, there's bloopers and they laugh and stuff during film. But with a play, you got to keep it rocking.
I got a few bloopers out there.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're good, but they're funny. Everybody laughs.
I was just watching some of the Soprano ones. I mean, even some of the greats. I mean, they all people. There's bloopers everywhere. But doing plays, it's got to be a different animal. I'm just imagining like it's got to be different.
It is. It is different, but I took it. I ran with it. I did it. I enjoyed it, and I'm going to be doing it again in May and June. So.
And also, Kevin, besides the fact of not just those screwing it up because they don't yell cut, you're also performing. There's the audience though there too at the same time as well, which is the added pressure though too. Yeah. So that's great, man. That's great.
It's a great feeling at the end. Everybody compliments you. They wait for you, and it's a good feeling. So.
Yeah,
and look, I wouldn't be doing this if I was getting high or whatever,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm here. My
like
life.
We just said about the Bronx Tale, wasted talent. Don't waste all your talent, and you did it.
I'm even like with the filming and stuff. In some of the parts, I would recommend someone. I said, well, why don't we do it that way? I think he would do it this way, and they take into like a consultant thing,
Yeah.
So, and they put some of my lines would be in it. So, because I would recommend, well, why don't we do it this way? And one of the pilots I did, man, I don't want to mention the name, but they had a scene coming up. I said, I don't think that guy would be doing that. I think this guy would be doing that coming in, and they loved it. So yeah, you follow what I'm trying to say?
For real life experiences.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't think though, oh, this, but since though, if you lived in a certain way, yeah,
Mhm.
you're a consultant right there because, or if you see someone doing something or maybe, beating someone down a certain way or just, you're like, no, that's not how it's done. This is how
yeah, yeah. It's not. That's only on TV. It's not real life.
yeah. This is it. This is how it's done. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So you got that. That's great. And they listen to you, which is great though, so what did you just say about the plays? Like, did you just say you had some dates coming up still with the play?
yeah, they're going to be doing the play again in June in Pompano Beach.
Okay, and
Same play, Brooklyn and Boca.
and
So
what's do you know the dates?
the dates I don't know yet, but they
Send me the
told me.
dates and I'll put them up though and
Oh,
stuff.
definitely. Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
but yeah, no, I would definitely. I mean, if I was down there, man, I would love though to check you out
The
though. with that.
woman, the woman that wrote the play from Brooklyn and Boca. I guess I could tell you. Do you want to know what it was about?
As
Well,
long as you, that's on you.
well, I'm
If
not
you're,
going to
if you're,
tell
are
you.
you, if you're, no, if you're able, yeah, if you can, if
Yeah, well,
there's no NDA, yeah.
it's already been out there. It's about a mob family um, that decides to go into the witness protection program, and they only play. They were supposed to get. It's a comedy, so they were supposed to go to Iowa, and then the agent comes back and says, "Well, that's dead. You can't go to Iowa." And they're going, "Why? You promised?" Because somebody took a PO box out. The guy took a PO box out
Yeah.
because he wanted his Amazon shit to go to his new. Long story short, he says all we can do is send you to Boca Raton, Florida now. You gotta be Jewish now. They're Italian Catholics now. They gotta mix in with the Jewish people in Boca Raton, and that's what they do. And it turns out to be a funny comedy. That's why you see the Jewish star in it. So
I think that they had some clips though. Did you post some clips with Mickey? Yeah, with Mickey the Bat,
oh,
right?
we had a scissor reel, yeah,
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
page, yeah.
I saw, when he came out, and and then I saw that. All right. There was a lady. I remember you came out, and there was two other. I think
Yeah, yeah,
black
well,
gentlemen. No, and I saw that. I saw
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Man, that's
It's funny.
incredible.
Yeah.
And then you got the Silent Partners. You got what happened to what was the one movie that we were talking about? Brooklyn Ties.
Brooklyn Ties. No, that's still going on. Matter of fact, he called. I got all my crap here because I signed it. I got everybody autographed. Silent Partners,
Nice.
Brooklyn Ties, Sean King film. He called me up about 2 weeks ago. He wants to redo a scene with me, but he only wants to leave me and he wants to cut the other guy out. And then he's going to do all the editing. So that should be coming up this summer streaming. So
Nice.
Brooklyn Ties, yeah.
Nice. So as an actor though, let me ask you though, like even like if you're not, you don't have days of work or this or that though, are you always trying to hone your craft, always trying to get better? Like do you do exercises or do you just wait until you see a script and then you just like do you embody the character? Like, like meaning like even when you're at home, like do you try well, do you have a method?
Yeah, well, I tried to stay in the character of Mikey the Bat. That's my name in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Mikey the Bat, and everybody's calling me it. Even today, people are like, "I don't want to call you Kevin no more. You're Mikey the Bat." I played a good part, man. I played a good part. I don't know if you've seen the pictures. The two gentlemen from The Sopranos came.
Which one?
Vito, and you'll probably see the pictures.
Vito and Johnny Sack, right? Michael Imperial?
Yeah, he played. No, not Michael Imperial, the other man. He played the first mob boss that died of cancer. Remember? He died in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, Jackie Aprio. Yes.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yes, he's in Third Watch. He's in anyway. He came up. He says, He says, "You did fantastic, man. It's like he wasn't even acting." That's what he said.
Oh yeah, no, he's been around for a while. He did a lot of work. That guy. he auditioned for Tony Soprano even, and in I don't know if you saw that documentary on HBO with The Sopranos, where David Chase is sitting down in this actual psychiatrist office, just like where Tony was, and he's talking about the whole series and like how it was made and stuff, and they showed everyone who was trying out. It's on HBO Max now though, but when you get a chance, check it out. It's interesting. They show like all the people who were auditioning for Tony, doing the readings and all that. And then James Gandolfini. I mean, you ever see the movie True Romance?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you'll love it. It was actually a Tarantino, but Tarantino wrote it, but he didn't direct it. But it's Christian Slater, Tarantino, Dennis Hopper, everyone. Listen, everyone's in it. It's an incredible movie. Brad Pitt, True Romance. Yeah, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love that movie though. And it didn't do like real well in the box office, but then it became like a cult classic. It was huge. And then Tarantino went on to start directing and writing movies after that. But fantastic movie. Patricia Arquette was in that. That's probably like one of my top 5 favorite movies, True Romance. And you say you like the mob stuff, that's all involved. You'll enjoy it.
Unless you want to get into the Little Rascals growing up. I like the Little Rascals, yeah. So
yeah, the older I'm getting, man, the more I'm getting like I'm open to I watched a lot of them. I mean, a ton of mafia stuff, obviously, though. But
it gets old after a while. But I personally enjoy it.
Yeah, you can't help what you like. Hey, you like something, you like it.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that. I used to just be I'm only watching this, and that. But the older I'm getting, like I'm just more open minded to watch. And I mean, it's still like killing. It's still like drama and stuff like that. And
the old ones too, man. Lords of Flatbush, The Wanderers. Remember The Wanderers?
Yes. Lords of Flatbush. Oh yeah. You ever see a movie called
Warriors? Come out and play. Back in the bottles with them. Come out and play.
Oh, such a classic. The Warriors. Yeah.
I think he had Peel's bottles on his hand. He's clacking them.
Yeah.
Warriors. In that 1955 Cadillac Hertz, whatever the fuck it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
that movie was fantastic. Fantastic. I watched that all through like my whole childhood. My one buddy Peach, he was even before he was able even to ride motorcycles or whatever. I mean, he literally would watch this movie like 3 times a day, 10 years straight. That's all we were watching was The Warriors, man. Great movie. Great movie.
I gotta take a swig of water, man.
No, yeah, dude, do your thing, man. That's what I love about these like podcasts. This is just like conversation instead of just interview. It's just like we're shooting the shit, having a good time, and just getting to figure out what a journey though, man. Like to come from where you came from, and you went out there to get better, and see that's what people need to realize. A lot of people think that, okay, I'm going to go in this place. I'm going to get out, go right back where he's at and keep doing what I'm going to do. But you went out there and stayed out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that contributed to a lot of your success.
I didn't want to go back to my old environment, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did the first 5 years. Believe me, I wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But then that had to be tough. I mean, you
wanted to get that out, but, I didn't do it, but thank God.
2 different worlds, though, because I mean, I lived in Tampa and I lived right on Bush Boulevard in Florida, and I moved back right out of high school. I was gone immediately, but when you're in that fast-paced city, and then you go to where you went, I mean, it's a completely different world.
Mm-hmm.
But you need, I think, from talking to you, from how you were, that's what needed to be done. And and now, and like you say, now look at you. Now look what you're doing. You're freaking signing autographs, for Christ's sake.
I was. And I'm like, you want my autograph?
Yeah, what I mean?
Can I take
You're not signing fake checks anymore. You're signing autographs.
Can I take a picture of you? I was like, give me the damn phone. I'll take it of both of us, man.
Yeah. Man, that's great though, man. That's great. And you got a long way, man, to go, and you're going to keep just doing You know, you're just that's the beautiful thing, man, when you're living right. Just
Yeah.
keep doing. I mean, life's hard enough. But when you add in all that other BS though with it, it just makes it a lot more harder. So that's incredible
Mm.
though, man. I really would love, man, to catch you though in one of those plays though, man. Because I mean anyone do you get nervous, Kev?
No, nope. I swear I did not get nervous. I said, you know what? I'm going to go out and do it. I'm going to do it. And
Gonna go
that's
out
what
and
I
look
did.
for it.
Went
Yeah.
and did it, you know,
Yeah.
and I did it. And like I said, I surprised everybody. Even the woman that cast me, she goes, I knew you could do this, but I did have my doubts. But man, you hit a grand slam. So
That's awesome, man. That's good.
and to get those compliments from the other actors, from the
Yeah.
Sopranos and stuff, saying, "Man, you were great." I mean, when you go through my pictures, you'll see the both actors, and he's like, it's like you wasn't even acting, and I'm like saying, I'm like, I wasn't, I wasn't, I was living.
Yeah, but still though, with the people think it's just memorizing lines. I mean, mannerisms, the way you hold yourself, the
Yeah,
whole
you got to put yourself in that situation,
no,
Like
yeah.
we were talking about bloopers, and I think it was in it was in Renegades. It's a pilot coming up, and I forgot my line, but we're filming, so I just went like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say right now, but I'm just going with it, just like that. They just busted out laughing. The way I did
Yeah.
with it, it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say right now, but I'm just going with it. I do it.
Yeah, no, listen, man. So how many years? Wait, how long? Actually, you just got started not too
Yeah,
long.
it's not even been a year. So and look at
That's
all
now. Okay, so now look at that. Look at that.
and a lot of people, some people are like,
Some people are 12. Listen, I know people that have been trying to get apart for like 15, 20 years. They
and,
talk who moved out to LA a long time ago.
yeah,
And that. So I mean, you
no,
got
I
that's
mean,
fantastic.
knock on wood. I'm just people say I got talent, and I'm like, I don't see it, but shit, you think I got talent? I'll go
Yeah, and
for
then
it.
when you do a play though, and you see those actors though who are very well established, they give you that confidence. That's just
Yeah.
helping you. That's making you feel better. And plays got to be a great exercise for films. Should be. I would think film would just be a lot easier
Well,
because
film is a lot easier. But like I was getting at before, I had some friends that they turned down the roles, and I'm thinking to myself, they turned it down because I'm thinking they couldn't remember the lines or they didn't want to take the risk, you know.
yeah,
But me, I don't know if I'm a risk taker. I mean, I'm going to do it. That's it. If I didn't do it, I always be wondering. I should have done it. I should have done it. What do you got to
that's
lose?
the thing. You know what though, and I tell
Roll the
people
dice
this.
and see where it goes. That's it.
I was watching a thing on Mel Gibson, and he's like when he was way younger, and he was like saying he was like the first, like, I forget, it was like almost 7, 8, 9 things didn't go anywhere, failed, this or that. And you have to go through those, you have to be willing though to fail though to get, you're not going to hit, everything out of the park. And
Right.
and then you get the haters out there going, oh yeah, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. But you know what? I'd rather shoot and miss than not shoot at all. And you
Thank
keep
you.
going, and you keep going, and you keep moving forward. And the people who yell that shit, they never tried. It's just you got to ignore the noise and just keep moving forward and doing what you're doing. And where you are for not even a full year of doing it yet.
No.
I remember when I saw a picture of you on Facebook, and I just immediately I was like, "Who's that guy?" Because like, yeah, that look, you had that look, and then I found out though that you're acting and stuff like that, and then now where you're at, man, and doing plays, and I saw the little how you had like the table set up with the brick wall in the apartment though. For that was for Mickey the Bat, wasn't it?
What?
Or that was for the play. You had like a little like you had a hat on.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. They made me wear a hat in 2 scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, just getting yourself though immersed into it and stuff. And that's great, man. That's great. And like that bat you just show me, everyone's signing it. I mean, just look at the difference in life. I mean, from way back to where you're at now. I mean,
if this was years ago and I had that bet, I'd be trying to pawn it. Like I said, hey, this is gonna be worth money. That you guys,
right?
yeah. So
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Where could anyone know find you? You're on IMDb, right?
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram. That's K Wilson Zaps. I'll put all the links up for what you
Like I
already.
say, I'm blessed. Like I say, I should have been dead or in prison, and here I am talking to you. And like I say, anybody that has an addiction, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't say you're not going to get nowhere. This is your life. It's not true. It may be difficult for the first couple of days, but it's going to get better, better, and better. So don't give up.
Absolutely.
Don't give up. Don't think you're never going to have nothing, because it's not true. I'm a perfect example. Don't judge a book by its cover, So I don't know.
100% though. And you know what I noticed though, Kev, the people that stay sober, especially the ones that I know, they are flourishing because they put that energy that they had into in their habit into something positive, and they're flourishing. And because, like you said, you met some of the smartest addicts out there. We all know it doesn't discriminate. And I met some of the most smartest addicts when I was in rehabs, detoxes, and everyone who stayed clean, at least for over like 3 to 5 years, they're very successful, doing fantastic right now.
Exactly.
It's almost like you don't almost have a choice. Because if you're living that fast type lifestyle, you gotta substitute it though with something else, and you're filling in now. You're acting in like you're with something positive. That's a beautiful thing, my man. That's a beautiful thing, and I wish you nothing but success.
Well,
and
actually,
no, I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. Nothing but continued success. And when I say success, I don't mean millions and millions. Rich to me is not rich, bank rich, this and that. Rich is your life, how you feel.
Yeah, living, breathing the fresh air. That's waking up is rich. Put it that way. You wake up
and smelling the roses, and
nobody's throwing dirt on you. You're doing good, man. You're rich. That's it.
That's it, my man. That is it.
Yeah.
And this is episode 1 of the Loomis Show, and I couldn't have asked for a more perfect guest to come on, because, like I said, with the other shows where it was more like always just with the mob stuff and all that, I'm mixing it into with addiction, helping others, the true crime aspect is obviously still going to be there, but helping others, film, all that stuff. So I mean, I can't thank you enough.
Well, of course, like I say, if anybody wants help, man, and you go to these places and they say, "Oh, we don't got enough beds" or whatever, stick with it, man. Stick with it. Like you say, you go out and hustle, get high. Go out and hustle, get clean. Simple as that.
That's it.
If you don't do that, you're gonna live that miserable life until, God forbid, something bad happens to you. So,
and in these days, the drugs that are out there, you don't know what you're getting. If you think you're going to get a powder, if you're going to get some coke and stuff like that, a lot of times it's not coke in there. There's fentanyl in there and stuff, and people are dropping from that. I mean, it's sad. It's one thing I just never understood. They just killing off their client base. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even get like heroin. Heroin was always a terrible drug, but you can't even get that anymore. It's fentanyl. It's just disgusting. And I just, I always, don't touch. If you're gonna do anything, don't touch the shit off the street. But help is out there, and anyone could get it. You don't need insurance. You call your normal drug and alcohol. Like around here, we have a normal drug and alcohol place that you just call. It's like a hotline, and they will find you something.
Yeah.
And not to mention that, they'll have someone come and even pick you up.
Exactly.
So there's always, where there's a will, there's a way. You have a will to get, your score, and your fix on. Well, if you have a will to get yourself better, just channel that same amount of will into getting better. you'll get better.
And stick with it. Stick with it. Don't
100,
give up. Don't give up.
100%. Well,
Even if you got 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 2 weeks clean, you relapse, don't give up on you relapse, don't give up on yourself. Start all over again. Simple as that.
And one thing too, I want to say though, is that like if someone like it has, let's say, a year clean, and they fall off one night, that I see this happen so many times. They're like, "Well, I lost that whole year clean time." I'm like, "No, you didn't. You screwed up that day. Maybe AA tells you that, but no, you didn't lose all that time. You screwed up the one day. Now get back up on the saddle." Because a lot of people get discouraged, like, "Oh, I lost all that clean time. And
I want to start all over again."
No, you don't. No, I think that's a dangerous mentality. And so in AA rooms, though, like they'll be like, "Oh, well, you can't get your chip now because you did that." I don't think that's a good message. If you fall off the horse and you get I'm saying you fall off the horse, but you get yourself back up on that horse, you did not lose that year of clean time and stuff like that. You're a human being. You made a mistake. You get back up on the horse and you move forward. And there's no shame in it. And there's no shame. I used to, Kev, always have shame and be embarrassed. Like, I got to go to rehab. I'm so, what the real shame is? Being out there ripping and running and doing what you got to do to get though high. You don't realize that till you're away from it though, after a while though. But if going into rehab, I mean, that is a beautiful thing to do. Like, that's stepping up and admitting that you have that problem, and you're going in, and you're being taking accountability for your your addiction, and you want to get better. It's a huge step. And you hear it all, "Well, I can't go to the rehab though because I have to my job and this and that." You're not gonna have anything, if you see, what I'm saying. That's number one. And obviously reach out though to the show, anyone who's watching, if they ever just need to talk or any guidance or anything like that. There's always a way to get in. And you're looking at a man right there who's got 31 years, who got out of the city, went down to Florida, and he's in his first year of acting. And I mean, look at how much stuff that you've already been doing, including plays, like in a play. Like, that's
exactly.
I'm so happy for you, Kev. I mean, we've known each other for a good solid, maybe a little over a year, about a year, solid year now. And I mean, you just keep going, man.
Yeah.
Keep going and going and going. And I knew, man, when I saw that picture, and I was like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? I have a good eye, I believe, though, for things like this.
Thank you.
You're gonna, you're just gonna keep climbing, my friend.
I hope so. So I can help people too. So
that's it's all about, my friend.
What it's about. Giving back.
Kevin Wilson, folks. Find him on Instagram. Find him on Facebook. Check. I have the links in the description here. Kev, this was fantastic.
Oh, YouTube too. I don't even know what. That's the other one I was looking at. YouTube channel.
Oh, well, you're top. All the links. All of them. They're all in the description.
Yeah. No, I'm not even worried about them. Yeah.
And the door is always open for you, my friend. Anytime.
Same here. Much love and respect to you and all your viewers.
Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. And I'm just like a fresh start for me, episode 1. And I'm
happy to be here.
I'm happy it was you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
So all right, my friend.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kevin Wilson, everyone. Check him out, and you'll be seeing him again in the future on the Loomis Show for sure. Thanks, Kevin.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good night. Peace.
That was Kevin Wilson. Great guy. There you go, guys. Anyone can absolutely change their ways. You just have to be willing to put in that work. Please subscribe to the content. Give this a like, share with your friends. And to find Kevin, check the link in the description. And hit that like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week on The Loomis Show.